We're going to show you how to program a batch controller, a Macnaught batch controller, and the model of that is a GB030. With this one we have, it's a 240 volt version, so we have a lead powering it up, but normally you'll power this with 24 volts DC. Now in the functions, to get into the functions, we need to press and hold the program key, and this will get us into the program function, and you'll see that the display will change. Comes up with a setup, and we start in chapter 1, and chapter 1 is for preset. Now to go and cycle through chapter 1, we press the middle key, which is the up key, and that will go through chapter 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, and back to 1. Now if we want to go to the next chapter, to chapter 2, we press the right key. We'll start into chapter 1. Now we'll go up to 1.1, and it's for units, and shown in the top right hand corner is the little L for litres, and that's what we want, is it to be litres. 1.2 is for decimal places. Now we will program this to be a 2-inch meter just for the event to go through. This will be a 2-inch meter, so because we're going to be up to 300 litres per minute, we don't want to have any decimal points. So if we're using a small flow meter like in a 1/2 inch, you might want to put 1 decimal point, but we'll leave it at no decimal points. So 1.2 is no decimal points. 1.3 is the K factor, and this is set for 1. Now your K factor is your multiplication factor for the amount of pulses per litre that is the output from the flow meter. And for our 050 or our 2-inch meter, that will be 6.68. So what I need to do is change this 1 to read 6.68. And we do that by pressing the program key quickly, and you'll see this flashes the left hand digit quickly, the program button flashes, and then what we do is we move our right button until we get to 6 point. Now this is the digit, the third right hand digit I need to change to read 6, so I press my up key until that reads 6. And then I move across 1 digit, I need 6. And then my last digit needs to be 8. Okay, now I've entered in 668, and then what I do is I press my enter key so that I enter that into chapter 1.3. Now chapter 1.4 is for the decimal points for the K factor. And at the moment, chapter 1.3, I've entered in 668. Now I need to put 2 decimal points so that it will read 6.68. So we do that by pressing the program key, and you'll see this program flashes. Then I can change, using that, it's changed to 1. I need 2 decimal points, and then I press enter, and that has loaded that into chapter 1.4. So I need to go to 1.5, and that's the batch max. And what that is, you can set like a maximum. If you're batching 500 litres into drums or a container, and you don't want to go any more than 700 litres or 600 litres, you can enter the maximum quantity that you want in there. Now I know our 2-inch flow meter will do up to 500 litres per minute, and it basically goes on the volume that you need to flow into your tank or your container or whatever it is. So if your container that you'll ever do is going to be, say, 1,000 litres, you could set this to be 1,000 litres, and I'll show you how to do that. We press our enter key, and you can see our digits flash. I will move across until I can get my 1,000. So now I've entered 1,000. I press my enter key, and that has entered it in. So that means that this controller will never batch more than 1,000 litres. What we'll do is we'll go to chapter 1.6. There is no chapter 1.6, so we go back to chapter 1. Now what I'll do, I'll just scroll through chapter 1 to make sure that we've entered everything correct. So 1.1 is for unit in litres up the top. 1.2 is the decimals, no decimals. Chapter 1.3 is the K factor, is 668. Chapter 4 is 2 decimal points on my 668, which makes it back to 6.68. Chapter 1.5 is my batch max, and I've set it to 1,000, that I don't want to batch more than 1,000 litres ever. Back to chapter 1. We press our right hand button and that will go up to chapter 2. So we scroll through chapter 2. We have the disable for the overrun, and we have the time for the overrun. Now this will be to set, if you find that you're batching say 200 litres and you find that this controller is cutting short and you're only batching 195 litres, what we can do is we can enable this function and put a time in, and it will actually delay the shut off to allow for any discrepancies in your pipework, actuation of your valve or any other problems, and you can alter this so that you end up getting your right batch quantity. So at the moment, chapter 2.1 in the overrun is disabled, and chapter 2.2 is the overrun time. So I'll leave that because we want to make sure that it works first. We'll then go to chapter 3, and this is for your display. We scroll through. 3.1 is to increase. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the value that we're going to put in the batch to increase. So we will start from 0 and increase up. If we're batching 200 litres, the display will read 0. It'll count up until it gets to 200 litres, and then the controller will stop. You can have it the other way, where when you press the start, you can have it in decrease so that it starts off with 200 and it counts down, but we'll leave it as increase. Chapter 3.2 is for the backlight. We have this off, and all that does is it allows the display. We can change that. I'll make that green, amber, or off. So I'll make it green and enter that. Now your brightness is on 5, and that is for the display so that you can read it in low light without the backlight. So we'll leave it at 5. Chapter 3 is back to the display. We'll move along to chapter 4, and chapter 4 is for Power Man. 4.1 is for the LCD, and that is for an update time of 1 second. So we'll leave that at 1 second. 4.2 is for the battery mode, and that is operate. The batch controllers don't normally come with a battery because they need 24 volts to operate, so this doesn't really matter. So chapter 4 is finished. We'll go to chapter 5. Chapter 5 is for the flow meter. Chapter 5.1 is for the signal. Now this is the pulses that you're going to receive from your flow meter to this controller, to how you're going to read your flow rate. So at the moment it's set for a coil on a low pulse. So we need to change that to, if it's a hall sensor, you'll need NPN. If it's a read switch, you'll need a read. So I'm going to program it for a read switch. So I press my program button and you'll see the program start to flash. I will cycle through all the options. So we got active, we got NPN. So if it's for a hall sensor, we use NPN. NPN LP, so it's a low pass filter. We've got a read, and then we have read LP. So if we're using a read switch, we use read LP, and then I press the program key or enter key, and then that will lock that into the program. Back to 5. So I'll just go back through here and check. 5.1 is set for read LP. We go to chapter 6 is for others, and this basically goes through and tells you all the functions of this controller. So it's a model F030-P for pulse input. We go through the versions, passwords, and other functions we don't really need. And that goes through, so if I scroll to the next chapter, we go back to 1. So this is how we program for a batch controller. Now what I'll do is we'll get out of the program, and to do that we press the program key for 3 seconds, and that brings us back into our normal operation. You'll see it has a ready light up, and we have 0 and 0 liters. Now what you can do is you can program in to do a set value for your batching, and then you press your start key, and because I have nothing set in, it won't let me. So if you press your start key, the ready will go from ready to start or run, and then you can press your stop key if you need it to stop. And that's how you program basic functions in our batch controller.